Guys, today we're checking out the Hollyland Cosmo C1 here. This is a wireless video transmission system from a company that's quickly becoming known as the go-to in budget and performance for all your wireless video transmission needs. Now, they are a great company. I've worked with them in the past and had several products that have served me very, very well. And this line is above and beyond the Mars line that you might have heard of, very budget friendly and great performing. This is just taking it to the next level. So definitely targeted towards professionals that are needing really low latency, a lot of range, and a good stable connection. This system has some fantastic features packed in, things that you wouldn't have even thought about, like the ability to plug and play these guys, turning them instantly with a USB Type-C into a webcam and stream wirelessly. How awesome is that? No capture card needed. Really, really cool feature. So in terms of the build of these guys, you can see here that they're clearly marked as a transmitter and receiver so you don't get confused. They have a great lightweight metal construction. They feel very, very well made. They're easy to operate with their intuitive design, like all of their products. And all the adapters that you'd need are included in the box. If you did need a few more, of course, they're kind of the universal stuff that you probably already have in a drawer somewhere. Now, in terms of powering these guys, they have three different options. You have a DC out so that you can plug it right into the wall. Now, that's probably not going to be an option for most people because you're moving around quite a bit. Also, you've got the ability to charge it right from your camera. And of course, they have the Sony MPF style batteries that you can throw onto the back here and make it completely mobile. And everybody's got those batteries for lighting and whatnot. So they are completely covered in terms of powering these guys. Now, the ease of use of these guys are just fantastic. You pick your channel or pick auto, you turn them on, and they just work right out of the box. And I love that. I don't like fiddling around with things. If you are in a pinch and you're in a hurry, just know that these are going to perform right out of the gate. And they have a very long range. 1,000 feet they're rated for, which is way longer than you would ever want to go. And that's 300 meters. That's a long way away. But what good is the range if it's not stable? And I'm happy to report that these things are very stable, and that's kind of why you're paying the extra money for these things. They have frequency jumping technology, and it's going to go back and forth and find the perfect frequency, so you're not dropping frames, you're not seeing black screens or lag or anything like that, because these are targeted towards professionals that need this stuff for things like focus pulling. And they advertise a very fast 40 milliseconds for latency. But is that fast enough? That's what is going to be up to you to decide. Now, I'm by no means a professional filmmaker or somebody that pulls a lot of focus wirelessly, but let's do a test here and actually see if the latency is going to be fast enough for somebody that really needs it for that purpose.
And here's an example of what you can expect in terms of latency. This is very close, of course, but as you can see, it's not too bad. And I think the latency is only really going to be a big factor if the stability is not right on par with it. If you know and you can anticipate just a little bit of latency, then you can plan for it and you really shouldn't have a problem. So what if you do have to put some distance between the transmitter and the receiver? Is the stability going to be good enough to keep up with something like focus pulling? Well, here's an example of an extreme range test, and I'm really happy to say that this thing is absolutely bulletproof in terms of stability. Not only did I go way further than anybody would really need to, but I lost complete line of sight. I went behind buildings, some trees, and cars and whatnot, and it was absolutely bulletproof. Never lost a single frame, not a glitch, not a stutter, absolutely 100% perfect. So this is definitely for me to date the most stable and the most reliable wireless video transmitter that I've ever used. And this begs the question if you really have to go out and spend the big bucks on something like a Teradek, if something is going to be just so reliable and so stable. And this is, of course, torture testing. You're going to be obviously a lot closer for the most part when you're doing your shooting and whatnot. So super impressed with the overall stability for me, but let me know down in the comments if this is going to be a factor for you, that little bit of delay in latency, and how that would affect you in the real world.
Another amazing feature is the awesome ability to use this thing as a streaming device or a webcam. You don't need a capture card. You throw a USB Type-C in here, connect your device, and you're streaming. It's literally that simple, really cool, and just a fantastic feature for streamers or people like me, you know, content creators and whatnot. Yeah, just one more feature packed in here, and I'm loving it.
And here's a look at in real time at just what it takes to get this thing up and running. You just connect your USB Type-C to any device, in this case my desktop here, and I've got OBS open, but you can use any program or streaming service, even Facebook of course. And all I'm doing here is just selecting my source, which has popped up just that quickly, and that's it, you're done. And again, very impressive as it's so fast, and honestly even faster than a capture card. It recognizes it and it connects just about instantly.
Now, of course, in terms of connections, they've got your HDMI, your SDI, and now your USB Type-C. So they've got you covered in pretty much every connection that you need. And another cool thing about these is you can use the SDI outs and connect these to multiple monitors so you can have a bunch of people viewing at the same time. A really cool feature that you're not able to do with some of the cheaper options out there. So all in all, I think it's a fantastic product if you're looking for a little bit more performance and a few extra features over the Mars line, and then I would say this is completely worth it. For the stability alone, I think it's a pretty good pickup. Of course, you're investing in it, and I think this one will really serve you well over the years. Anyways, guys, let's leave it at that. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Join the community. Make sure you drop all your questions in your comments down below. If you want to pick this thing up, I'll drop affiliate links for you down there somewhere. And like always, make mistakes, be yourself, and get out there and take some more pictures. See you next time.